Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to episode 3 of the 150. This is the largest simulated women's wrestling tournament in history, where we have taken Pro Wrestling Illustrated's list of the 150 best female wrestlers on the planet and set them up against each other in a single elimination tournament. This is the second season we're doing here at Pro Wrestling Simulated. Last season we did the 500, which was very ambitious. We took the PWI 500 best wrestlers and did a tournament. That ended with Royce Chambers becoming our first champion. We're looking to crown our first women's champion now. Out first, here comes Danny Moe, who qualified for this with a victory back in episode 1, beating Red Velvet with a belly-to-belly suplex in a match that only got 1.5 stars. One fall.
Making her way to the ring from the United States of America,
So, yeah, Danny Moe is the Remix Pro Fury champion, a title she's held since October. Of course, that title's not on the line. The only title that will be on the line throughout this tournament is the World Simuladies Championship, which we will be crowning WrestleMania weekend, April 2nd, right here on twitch.tv/Pro Wrestling Simulated, or over on Facebook or YouTube. Just search Pro Wrestling Simulated. You'll find us pretty much everywhere you can stream video games. Unfortunately, she's got a high mountain to climb after having upset number 112 in round 1. Now she comes face-to-face with number 17.
And from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, the Superstar.
Liv Morgan coming to the ring, one of 23 wrestlers still in the tournament representing WWE. Of course, did not have to qualify, being the number 17 seed. This was her 5th year ranked on the PWI list. Easily her highest. Her previous high had been number 53 back in 2018. The product of the WWE Performance Center, trained by Sarah Amato. Liv Morgan, a former SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm using a community creation of Liv because I'm trying to keep it so that the higher seeds have higher stats than the lower seeds. And the in-game model of Liv's overall rating was lower than someone she may have to face later on in the tournament. Hence why this is not the in-game model of Liv Morgan. This is the... Oh, she's going for a Stratisfaction Bulldog right off the bat. Danny Moe stunned. Liv hooks the leg. 1, 2. Whoa, almost a very quick victory there for Liv Morgan. And she does not seem thrilled about that. Big kick to the spine. Liv just with a series of strikes now. And then stomping on that elbow. Oh, she went for a double stomp to the midsection, but Danny rolled out of the way. Liv rolled to her feet, but then gets hurled to the floor. Fortunately, it's no longer the Royal Rumble, so Liv is not eliminated again, as she was Saturday night. Which, by the way, you know, for as much as I, in particular, and, you know, a lot of fans, especially longtime fans, complain about the way WWE has been booked over the last several years, man, that Royal Rumble. Both matches were good to very good. I think the men's Rumble was one of the best they've done in years, even though I was bummed that Sammy didn't win. But with the way that story paid off at the end of the show, I'm not mad at Cody winning the match. It's definitely not 2014 again with the whole Batista-Daniel Bryan thing. Referees count up to 6. Of course, we are using the 20 count on the floor. That is a PWS staple, carrying over from when we did the 500 in Fire Pro Wrestling World, which by default has a 20 count on the floor. Oh, man, nice hair pull into a backbreaker by Danny Moe. Drops the elbow across Liv's chest, and another. Going for a third? Yes. Nice series of spots there from Danny Moe. Go behind, ripcord knee to the face. Danny trigger. One count only. Liv kicks out, but Danny goes. Oh, she's just showing off. I thought she was going up top for a move, but nope, just taunting from the. Now she's going up top. What's she going for here? She wants Liv on her feet, and she just completely biffs a double axe handle. but she recovers quickly. Go behind into a side suplex. Went for a kick to the chest, but Liv catches her quickly to her feet into a dragon screw leg whip. And now going back to work on the arm. Now with the rear chin lock with the knee planted in the back. It's almost like a camel clutch, except she's coming from the side, which means that Danny can't exactly bridge out of it or power up out of it in a push-up position like you normally can from a camel clutch. Now Danny sending Liv into the corner, following her in, drives her head into that top turnbuckle. Oh, and then a face wash with that wrist tape. Liv is fully stunned now as Danny stomps away at her in the corner. Hooks the leg, but too close to the ropes, says the referee. Danny Moog up to the top now. What's she going for here? She again wants Liv to her face. She's going to try that double axe handle again. Hopefully she has better luck this time. Oh, it's a cross body this time. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, Liv kicks out. Well, this match is already better than Danny's first round match, or qualifying match was. This is a first round match. We are going to have 8 first round matches tonight. Then the winners of those matches will face off in 4 second round matches after the intermission tonight. That's the way the show's going to be for the next several weeks. Oh, code breaker from Liv. Hooks the leg. But Danny Moe's got a foot under the ropes. The referee calls for the break. Liv now getting the crowd behind her. Oh, just a series of brutal kicks. Oh, Danny with a rocker dropper. Rolls her over. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, and Liv kicks out again. Near falls are getting nearer. Oh, and there's that Mr. Perfect snapmare by Danny Moe. And a little crane technique. Both women have taken a lot of punishment here. We're, 7-ish minutes into the match at this point. Continuing to work over each other's arms, but for the most part, most of the damage has been done to the head. Into a cross or a Fujiwara armbar, wrenching back on that shoulder. Got a very suggestive angle on the referee there. Nice spinning head scissor by by Liv, flipping Danny to the mat. Series of forearms now from Danny Moe, but Liv turns it into a hip toss. Pulling her to her feet. And a step up enziguri. Beautiful move there by Liv Morgan. Hooks the leg. Thinks better of it. Hooks the leg again. 1. I'm not sure what the strategy was there by Liv Morgan, but it gave Danny Moe time to kick out. Liv waiting for Danny to get to her feet now. Is it time for Oblivion? Oh, another running codebreaker. 1, 2, and Danny Moe kicks out again. Big right hand from Liv. And a Frankensteiner takes her over. Oh, big leg trip by Danny. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, and Liv kicks out again. Folks, this might be the match of the tournament this far. Package backdrop driver there by Danny Moe. But Liv to her feet. Sending her into the corner. What's she going for here? Oh, a running bulldog off the top rope. Satisfaction guaranteed. 1, 2, 3. And Liv Morgan is your winner. Tremendous. But Liv Morgan is the win. Double check. I think that's the highest rated match of the tournament thus far. It is. So we will see Liv Morgan in action later tonight. Liv Morgan with a big win over Danny Moe. It's a force. Trying to multitask here. Force our amazing match according to the game. You'll love to see it. Let me change the format here because there we go. springboard bulldog from Liv Morgan gets her into the second round, where she will be facing either Gigi Dolan or Natalya later on tonight. That'll happen after the intermission. I'm not sure what order those matches will be in. But Liv Morgan has clinched a spot in the second round. The number 17 seed. Number 145, Danny Moe, pushed her to her limit in this match. What kind of energy is Liv going to have going into that showdown later on tonight? Big time win there from Liv. Or big time win from Liv. Stand by. There we go. Okay. Again, like I said, a lot of balls in the air, and it's just me tonight. So I am I am editing as I book, as I call. So I did. I was gonna do this tournament in 2K and the tag team tournament, the 100, that's going to be starting next week. I was thinking I would do that in Fire Pro. But actually the community creations for 2K provided a lot of the wrestlers, a lot more of the wrestlers than Fire Pro did. So we're going Fire Pro, or I'm sorry, we're going with 2K, except 2K does have a setting where you can't do intergender matches or mixed tag matches, which there are a lot of women's teams or mixed teams like Bussy, which is Allie Catch and Effie, who are awesome, by the way. I met both of them at a GCW show a couple weeks ago. They were awesome. I love them. But 2K doesn't let you do that. So all of the either men versus men or women versus women tag matches we will be doing in 2K over the course of the next couple weeks. And then the third first round episode of the 100 will be done in Fire Pro, where we can do the intergender matches without a problem. And then going forward, we'll just have to kind of play it by ear as to who advances, who faces who. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, though, we're about to see the number 1 overall seed in our tournament, Stardom's Syuri on Debbie Keitel, who we saw just 2 weeks ago when she beat Makoto with her Debbie Downer finisher back in episode 1. Of course, Syuri, the number 1 overall seed, did not have to qualify for this tournament and is the odds-on favorite to win the whole thing. The winner of this match is going to be moving on to face the winner. And folks, I cannot believe this is a first-round match. Jamie Hayter and Hikaru Shida. And we are apparently in Braunschweig, Germany for this match. Here comes Debbie Keitel, who...
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Ireland, Deborah.
Not a great likeness. There's a weird uncanny valleyness to this community creation, but it is the most upvoted, and so that is how I determined which ones I would be downloading. The tattoo looks great on her arm. Her face is a little severe, but she already beat Makoto. We'll see if she can pull off what would essentially, at this point, it would be the biggest possible upset in the tournament, at least of the matches that have already been determined. We'll see if number 128 can beat number 1. And here comes number 1. One of 16 wrestlers representing World Wonder Ring Stardom.
The World Superstars Champion, Syuri.
Syuri making her way to the ring. 14-year pro, only 33 years old, from Kanagawa, Japan, trained by Akira Shoji Tajiri and Hajime Ohara. This was her second straight top 10 finish on PWI's list. She was number 7 in 2021, of course, number 1 in 2022. Syuri prepared here. She looks pumped. She looks ready. Let's see if she will dominate this match, as the bookmakers seem to think she will. There you see Debbie Keitel. And there's Syuri. Syuri has 2 inches on Debbie. Debbie is 7 pounds heavier, though. We'll see if either of those size differences play a factor here. Syuri gets a very quick pin there. 2 count only, though. And again, the winner of this will face Jamie Hayter or Hikaru Shida later on in this episode, and what will almost have to be our main event, right? Syuri playing to the crowd here, perhaps getting a little cocky here in the early going. This is her first of potentially 2 matches. Oh, and a knee to the face from Debbie. Debbie Keitel has already shown she knows what it takes to win a match in this tournament, having beaten Makoto back in episode 1, hooking the leg after that sort of modified Beal. Only a 1 count, though, as Syuri gets a shoulder up. Stomp. Now pulling her, just deadlifting her up onto her shoulder into a power slam. Brutal move by Debbie Keitel. Debbie representing Over the Top. She is the only wrestler from OTT remaining in this tournament, as opposed to the 16 from Stardom, as mentioned during Syuri's entrance. Debbie pulling her to her feet, goes for a big right hand. Syuri blocks it. Syuri making her comeback here with a series of kicks. And an arm wringer. Flips her over. And then a kick to the shoulder. Snapmare takeover into the Dragon Sleeper. Referee not really looking at Debbie Keitel. It's like he's choking the Invisible Man rather than checking on Debbie Keitel. Perhaps he would be better off like getting down on her level. Right? You know. What am I? I'm just a broadcaster and a creative team member. Another deadlift by Debbie off the mat into a military press. And then dropping her face first. Shades of the Ultimate Warrior. Staying on the attack here is Debbie Keitel. A big punch to the face. Syuri seems a little rattled here. Also, Syuri should not have come out with the Stardom title. I have not updated that apparently since she lost. Debbie now going for a flatliner. 1, 2. That is the Debbie Downer. That is the move she used to beat Makoto back in episode 1. Gets only a 2 count here against Syuri. Syuri now getting to her feet. Big kick to the head by Syuri, and that'll stop your momentum cold. 1, 2, 3. Syuri wins it with the buzzsaw kick. Shades of her mentor, the legendary Yoshio Tajiri. Great showing from Debbie Keitel. Buzzsaw kick from Syuri was just too much for the Irish Star to handle. Only a 2-star match, but I mean, that's because it was short. That was, again, good showing by Debbie, but Syuri was not to be denied tonight. We will see her later tonight against either Jamie Hayter or Hikaru Shida. What a second round match that'll be. And Shida and Hayter is a first round match. They're the 64 and 65 seeds. Just absolutely bananas. You know what? I'm going to leave the stream. There's not really any reason that you guys can't see me doing the behind the scenes stuff. There are probably those of you out there that like the way that looks better. Again, one thing I hope they fix in 2K23 is I don't want to have to customize the rules every time I do a match. I wish it would just remember them if I'm doing a bunch of matches in a row. But no such luck, apparently. All right, so there's the wrestlers. Or there's the arena. Now to get the wrestlers. Here's my edit of Kanji. Who, again, my apologies to Kanji. I acknowledge I am not good at editing. All right. Nope. That's not right. I don't want to. No, I just don't edit. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, yes, both come. Arena's set up. Here we go. Kanji against AZM. Kanji, a star on the independents. We saw her beat Jocelyn episode 1 in a 2-star match. The Asians, and this will be our first look at AZM, the high-speed champion in World Wonder Ring Stardom. Of course, load times would also be nice to see those improved in. What am I? That's the microphone. I say there's a thing floating in the shot. It is my microphone. I'll move it so that it's less distracting. We're live in Syracuse, New York. We are globe-trotting here.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from England, Kanji.
So Kanji, number 113 on PWS, listed the 150 best female wrestlers in the world after a number 42 showing back in 2021. But she was the favorite against Navarro back in episode 1. A huge underdog here against the high-speed bomb girl, the kids leader, the number 16 seed, AZM.
And from Japan, the Stampede Hybrid Champion, AZM.
Yeah, look at that robe just whipping around her. It's like a helicopter going through her torso. That's an incredible magic trick. How on earth can Kanji hope to stand up against a sorceress such as AZM? Gotta love the pageantry of these Stardom wrestlers. I mean, I love AEW, but is there a better all-around promotion in the world right now than World Wonder Ring Stardom? I don't know that there is. And, you know, stars like AZM, you see her there, are a big reason why. And there's the bell for our third of 12 contests here. Double leg by Kanji. She goes for the double stomp, but AZM rolls out of the way. Those women back to their feet. Boot to the midsection from AZM into a swinging neck breaker. AZM, just a backward roll into a splash. Very unorthodox offense here from AZM. Into a somersault senton to the stomach. One count only, though. AZM's got to stay on her, though. She can't let herself get distracted. Quebrada off the bottom rope there from AZM. Of course, AZM only 5 feet tall, 110 pounds. Up and over the top now. Going to the top rope. What's she looking for here? High moonsault. Beautiful move. Now she's going after the arm, dropping a knee across the shoulder of Kanji. Kanji firing back with a kick. Do an Uranagi into a backbreaker. And then a camel clutch. But AZM's feet are under the ropes. Referee calls for the break. Oh, Kanji with big kicks now. Trying to drive AZM back into the corner. And then a back hook kick out of the arm wringer. And AZM stops to pose, which is unwise. You need to stay on your opponent. Oh, she's going up to the top. It's time for Kamikaze Kanji. She's calling AZM to her feet. Oh, she went for a seated senton, but there was no water in the pool. Then she takes a big forearm from AZM, and the high-speed champion is back in firm control with that running somersault senton, and a kick right off the middle rope this time. 1, 2, 2 count only. Oh, big right hand. Go behind. Nope, standing switch. Forearm across the back of the head. And a big kick from Kanji. Kanji with a series of them now. Oh, and a scorpion kick catches AZM right on the jaw. 1, 2, 3. Kanji pulls off the massive upset. Number 113 seed. Kanji has beaten the number 13 seed. I'm sorry, 16 seed. TM with that scorpion kick. Beautiful combination of strikes there, catching the heavily favored AZM off guard. Waiting to see the evaluation on that one before we continue on. Another 2-star match. Not exactly putting on some Meltzer rated classics here, or in the early going in the show. That Morgan and Mo match was fantastic. But AZM and Kanji, a little bit disappointing. But now we know that Kanji will be facing the winner between JC Jane and Kailin King later on in this episode. But what a run Kanji's on. Back-to-back wins. The number 113 seed advancing to the second round. Again, she will face either JC Jane or Kailin King. I update everything I've got here. I'm not sure where this music came from, but I dig it. So we're going to have, like I said, we're going to have 8 first-round matches. We're going to take a little 5-minute intermission, and then when we come back, we'll have 4 second-round matches, and those 4 winners will all have advanced to the round of 32. They don't want none. I don't know if you heard, but they don't want none. That's what I just said. One of the great surprises coming out of the Rumble is the arrival of Piper Niven, who actually, let me double check something here. I did not double check her stats, so she may not get used here. Oh, okay. Oop, nope. There we go. Piper Niven and Princesa Sujit from CMLL. They don't want it's yeah, okay. They don't want none. It's fine. It's fine. But man, Piper Niven returning at the Rumble was such a pleasant surprise. She was fine as Dewdrop, but that whole thing just reeked of Vince and like, look at her. She's big. We need to give her a stupid name and bring up the fact that she's big at every possible opportunity. No, she's a monster. She's a viper. Let her be the Viper Piper Niven. And hey, look, we're Prague. By the way, this is one of my least favorite entrance themes of all time. I do it, I does it. What is it? I live it, I love it, I do it, I does it.
Making her way to the
Hate
ring.
it.
From Ayrshire, Scotland, the Superstar.
Dewdrop, 5'8", 220 pounds, 15-year pro. She started when she was 16, being trained by Big O and Mikey Whiplash. She's a powerhouse of the highest caliber. And she's reinvigorated since dropping her stupid Dewdrop persona. She's got a huge uphill climb ahead of her, though, because she is about to face one of the leading ladies of Lucha Libre, CMLL's Princesa. Who does not get entrance music.
From Monterrey, Mexico, Princess Syuri.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I love hearing the creative workarounds for the names that people come up with on these edits. Beautiful bit of acrobatics there from the Princesa. She is the CMLL World Women's Champion and has been for about 2.5 years now at this point, giving up a lot of size to Piper. 7 inches and 101 pounds. But she more than makes up for it with experience. A 26-year pro. Piper was 5 when Princesa debuted. There's a big chops across the stomach there. Grabbing the leg, going for... Oh, I thought she might have been going for a spinning toe hold. Instead, she just drops a leg across the knee. Being very smart here early going, which, you got to expect from the veteran. Keeping the larger opponent, the younger opponent, grounded. This might be a mistake, letting her get to her feet here. We'll see what she does. Yeah, it is a mistake. Piper catches her out of midair and just slams her down. Even a move as simple as a body slam coming from somebody like Piper Niven is devastating. And then off the top rope with a senton. Absolutely brutal move by Piper Niven. This might be over already. Nope, Princesa kicks out at 1. We know the winner of this match will be facing the winner between Hyan and Leila Grey later on this evening. And Piper pulls her up by the hair, slamming her down to the mat. And is kicking dirt. This is a whole new side of Piper Niven we're seeing here. Again, reinvigorated since returning to her previous name, dropping, no pun intended, the Dewdrop name and persona, and just resuming life as the Viper. And a big forearm across the chest. Oh, and a sit-out powerbomb out of the corner. 1, 2. Oh, that was almost enough, but the veteran gets her shoulder up. I mean, I guess I can't say the veteran. They're both veterans. A combined 41 years pro. But Niven, another scoop, another slam. No, Princesa slips out of it into a diving reverse DDT. Beautiful counter there. And a scoop and a Michinoku driver by Princesa. Actually, I think that's the Suhi driver. 2. Niven kicks out. 2 count only. There are only 2 women from CMLL remaining in this tournament. What's she going for now? Variation on the cloverleaf here. Rolling her over. This is more like... Jeez, I don't even know what to... It's sort of a variation on Eddie Guerrero's old lasso from El Paso. Wrenching back Piper Niven's spine. But Piper manages to kick her away. And now picking her back up as though she was nothing. And then just ragdolling her onto the logo. For a seated splash here. Right across the chest. And Piper Niven in firm control here. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Kick out. Princesa, the heavy favorite here, number 32 seed in our tournament against number 97. Piper Niven has dominated this match since the opening bell. Fires off a Michinoku driver of her own. 1, 2, 3, and that is enough. Piper Niven advances to of the 50.
Here is your winner,
This is such a stupid song. Sorry, Piper. I love you, but this song is terrible. A 3-star encounter there. Battle of Veterans is our second best match of the night and our second biggest upset. Piper Niven will now move on. It's actually the winner of our next match. Too many tabs open, doing too many things. There we go. So that's my song. I do it. I does it. We're going down. So bad. And now the joys of watching me customize the match again because it doesn't remember anything match to match. Again, if anybody in the chat knows how to make it so that I don't have to do this every single time, I would love to know. I suspect the answer is wait for 2K23 to come out. But, you know, hope springs eternal. It is time for our 5th of 12 matches here tonight. We've already seen 2 big upsets as Kanji beat AZM, and we just saw Piper Niven beat Princesa Suhit. But earlier on, Liv Morgan beat Danny Moe, and Syuri beat Debbie Keitel. So we're 2-2 as far as the upsets and the chalk goes. We will see how this one goes as resident baddie Leila Grey from All Elite Wrestling takes on Hyan from AAW Wrestling Redefined. The winner will face Piper Niven later on this evening. That match will happen some point after our 5-minute intermission that we will take after our 8th first round match. Booyaka, booyaka. Maybe. Yeah, these load times, man. I don't want to give away all the stats I have on these two before it even finishes loading. I like to talk about them as they're making their way to the ring. There we go. Oh, we're in Leipzig now. That's fun. I should get Stephanie's Tron. And here comes the vicious Vixen. One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Miami, Florida, Leila Grey.
Close enough. So Leila Grey, 32 years old. Not sure how long she's been a pro. She is one of 17 AEW wrestlers remaining. She's the current Pro Wrestling 2.0 women's champion, and she made a big jump in 2022. She was number 148 on the top 150 in 2021 for jumping 52 slots to number 96 for 2022. So a nice run there for Leila, working her way up in the wrestling world, but so is her opponent. It's going to be another one that doesn't get music. It's kind of starting to sound like it. Yep, it's another one that doesn't get music. But here comes the Renaissance woman.
From Houston, Texas,
Ian making her way to the ring. 8-year pro. a graduate of Booker T's school. She is one of 3 wrestlers remaining representing AAW. She is the current. This is an insane name for a title, but she is the Lucha Brutal Maggie Martinez Memorial Intergender Tag Team Champion. She's also the Vixens Wrestling Revolution Vixens Champion, the New Texas Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, and the Reality of Wrestling, that's Booker T's promotion, Reality of Wrestling Diamonds Division Champion. She was number 71 back in 2020, number 37 in 2021, and then hitting number 33 on this year's list. Again, the winner will face Piper Niven later on this evening. Going 2 and 3 in the qualifying round. I have that stat here. Yeah, 2 and 3. So Leila hoping to get up to 500 here. I mentioned she is one of 3 AAW wrestlers remaining. The other 2 are Christy Janes and Jody Threat. Shot to the face and a drop kick by Hyan, sending Leila Grey to the floor. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, just a stomp to the chest. Effective. And now an elevated clover leaf on the floor. Announcers all standing because, when you get close to the table, bad things happen. Gator leg kick there by Grey to get the opponent out of the way. Now she's going for a pedigree? No. Angel's wings on the floor. Leila Grey is taking a beating out here on the concrete. Oh, she blocks the kick to the midsection. Now a series of strikes. Big back chop. And a right hand go behind. Up on her shoulder into a backbreaker. And another kick. Referee up to a 7 count. Again, they have up to 20 to get back in the ring, not 10. We're going with a 20 count on the floor. Stomping on the hand, or possibly the wrist. It's hard to tell from this angle where exactly it is she's attacking. She's back in the ring. We're up to a 9 count now. Yan shakes off the cobwebs. Rolls back in before 10. Again, she could have stayed out there another 10 seconds. But instead, she comes right back to a beatdown from big headbutt. Glasgow kiss there from Leila Grey. Boot to the midsection. She's going for the Angel's wings again. No, it's a tiger driver. 1, 2. Oh, and kicks out. Leila Grey has dominated this match. She's a huge underdog, number 96 seed in there against number 33. Pile driver. She's just beating the ever-loving crap out of her. She's going for that. Another tiger driver. 1, 2, 3. Dominant performance. And Leila Grey. I believe that got 3 stars as well. Three stars. Very good, according to the game. Which we now know that means that Leila the one to face Piper Niven once we return from our intermission. All right. Our next match is our first intra-promotional match as 2 WWE superstars will go one-on-one here. All right. 20 count. No run-ins. Default health medium. Baseball bat. Ladder. Stop sign. Table. 7 forbid you save it. All right, here we go. Nobody can ban on about it. Yeah. All right. Natalya and Gigi Dolan is WWE against WWE here. This is the second ever meeting between these two women. They did meet in the first round of the WWE Women's Tag Team Title Tournament, where Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, and her tag team partner, JC Jane, who we will see actually in our next match, when they beat Natalya and Sonya Deville to advance in that tournament. So this is the first time they've ever met one-on-one, and we are in the LBC. Here comes Nasty Natty, the natural icon of the WWE Women's Division, Natalya. One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Now, Natalya's been on every one of the women's lists since PWS started doing them in 2008. She has gotten as high as number 4 back in 2011. Her number 81 this year is the lowest she has ever been rated. But the 23-year pro has got to be one of the favorites here in the tournament, even with the number 81 seed, because she just excels in these kinds of athletic competition. Again, one year remaining. That will get down to number 22 because one of these women will lose.
And from Georgia,
Gigi Dolan, the Gypsy Princess, the Gypsy Queen, Hell's favorite harlot, 7-year pro. She was 2 years old when Natalya debuted. The pride of Douglasville, Georgia. Was rated number 38 in 2020. Was not ranked at all in 2021. And then got back to number 48 in 2022. I'm going to mention this is the second ever meeting. It is the first time they've met in singles action. They are both 5'5". Natalya about 20 pounds heavier than Gigi, and of course has the experience advantage as well. There's Natty, trained by her family, Bruce Hart, Ross Hart, Clive Llewellyn, her husband TJ Wilson, and Mr. Hito. Gigi Dolan, trained by Murder One. Of course, she was a star on the independent circuit as Priscilla Kelly before she was signed by WWE and got the requisite WWE name change. So yeah, she is the very pale one there in the black. Natty is the blonde with the Hart family pink trim on her gear. She goes right after the leg of Gigi, setting her up for her I was gonna say her trademark, but it's her uncle's trademark sharpshooter. Playing to the crowd here. This could be a mistake on Natty's part. She should really stay on top of Gigi, because even if she wins this match, she is going to have to wrestle again later on against Liv Morgan. So, you would think, oh no, oh my God, backbreaker on the apron of the ring. Well, okay, any worries I had about Natalya not staying on her opponent? Woo. Misguided Gigi to her feet. I'm not sure what she was going for there, but Natty blocked it and sends her right into the barricade. Natalya in firm control here. Single leg takes her down face first on the concrete, and then a drop kick to the side of the head. Natty in firm control here, and a drop kick to the back. Just pummeling Gigi Dolan on the floor here. Now she's going to send her back in the barricade. Just brutalizing the young lady from Georgia. Natty again playing to the crowd. You know what? I'm gonna stop doubting her. She knows what she's doing. She's a Hart. I mean, she's technically a Neidhart, but her mom was a Hart, so. No, she's going for a pile driver. No, just a sit-out power bomb on the concrete. I mean, yeah, there are mats down there, but it's just a mat on a concrete floor. It's just there to cushion the fall a little bit. There's no real padding. We're up to an 11 count. I think that might be the highest any ring out count has gotten so far. Up to 12. Oh, Natty taunting from the floor. Up to 13 before returning to the ring now. Running right into a series of strikes from Gigi. Natty took too much time on the floor, letting Hell's favorite Harlot get some wind back here. Gigi again, the number 48 in the number 81. And just going for just a neck crank there from behind. Surprised that the referee's not calling for a break. I'm pretty sure Natty's legs were under the ropes, but maybe not. Gigi out to the apron now, up to the top rope in a flash. 450 splash by Gigi Dolan. But doesn't go for the cover. Wow, maybe Natty is too close to the ropes. Hard to tell it on the far side of the ring from us. She goes for the pin. Doesn't hook a leg, though. This could be yep. Not hooking the leg gave Natty enough lower body movement to where she could just kick out of that. If Gigi had stacked some of Natalya's weight on top of her, she might have been able to get the win there. Oh, nice. Very nice leg trip STO variation there. Waiting for Natalya to get up to her feet. Trouble in Paradise. 2. Oh, Natalya kicks out. Gigi almost got the win there. Now going to work on the ankle. A nice women's wrestling chant here from the PWS faithful. A stomp to the thigh, trying to Charlie horse that leg. Natalya now with the go behind side rush and leg sweep. That's one of her Uncle Brett's trademarks. One of the 5 moves of doom. And here's another one going for the sharpshooter. Gigi's far away from the ropes. She may not have no choice but to tap out here. Natalya wrenching back. And Gigi Dolan has no choice but to tap out. Natalya, fourth of the night in 6 matches. The high seeds struggling here. Gigi Dolan joins AZM, Princesa Suhi, and Hien as the favorites losing tonight. Liv Morgan and Syuri both won their matches, but another 3-star encounter here. Nicely done. Natalya and Gigi. So we now know it will be Natalya and Liv Morgan later on in this program. Let's see, where are we? There we go. All right. Gotta love Natty's music. And now we're going to find out who's going to face... Oop, I did that wrong. Who will face Kanji later tonight. This is one of my favorite current themes. Day one, down since day one. It's not paranoia, it's the Usos. I just said that. So JC Jane hoping to have a better go of it than her partner Gigi Dolan just did as she takes on Kylin King. Day one-ish. Anyway, yeah, I've been critical of WWE's recent themes over the years, but this is one that I really like. So this is actually the third ever meeting between these two women. Kylan King has won both previous encounters, including their only singles match. But here she comes, the Queen of Crazy. Trained by the Dudley Boys, Billy Gunn, Serpentico, and Jay Rios. One of 4 NWA women remaining. 4-year pro, 31 years old, 6'1", Kylan King.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from the United States of America, Kyle N. King.
Not bad. Not bad. Kyle N. King for Kylan King. I dig it. That guy also, big fan. Kylan, one of the tallest competitors in this tournament. Looks like she was going to do the MVP ballin' taunt there. But she is definitely trying to get the crowd behind her here, even though they don't seem to like her. But she will win them over because she is incredible in the ring. And again, the winner of this match will face Kanji later on tonight. But now here comes one half of Toxic Attraction, one of 22 WWE wrestlers remaining. Sorry. JC Jane, the Lady of Rock and Rumble, a 6-year pro from Clearwater Beach, Florida, trained by Jay Lethal, Matt Seidel, and of course the WWE Performance Center. It's her first ever appearance on a PWI list, debuting at number 49. That's not bad at all. We did just see her tag team partner Gigi Dolan lose to Natalya. JC hoping for a better result here in our penultimate match before we take a brief intermission. And the winner of this will be facing Kanji later on tonight in a second round match here at the 150. Has not been a good night so far for the higher seeds. JC hoping to break a 4-match losing streak for the odds-on favorites. Kylan King hoping to make it 5 straight upsets. There's no mistaking these two, but Kylan is the one in the red and blue. JC is the one in black. Go behind by JC. Side Russian leg sweep takes the larger opponent down, and then just raining down fists. Smart strategy here. She knows she has to stay on Kylan because Kylan has the size and strength advantage. Kick to the face. Arm wringer into a hammerlock on the mat. Now pulling back with the other arm. Oh, and twisting back on the wrist. Brutal hold. And then driving her knees into both the elbow and back of Kylan King. And is slamming the back of her head off the canvas multiple times. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. 2 count only, says the referee. Sweet, says the crowd. Oh. JC's got to be careful what she wished for because she motioned for Kylan to get up, and Kylan did. Hits her with a big backbreaker and then stomps on her elbow, trying to hyperextend the elbow and the shoulder. Oh, JC going for a series of strikes. Kylan blocks it, sends her off the ropes. Oh, sends her over the ropes, and JC Jane takes a nasty tumble to the concrete. Kylan King does a little dance. Now taunting. Kylan needs to stay on top of JC. No, she's gonna deadlift her into a military press. And then drops her face first on the concrete. Been a lot of action on the floor tonight. And then a big backbreaker. Yes. And then she's just gonna crank back. There's no way to, the referee won't break it. They're on the floor. But Kylan let her go voluntarily, and that might have been a mistake because now JC with a series of kicks and strikes. Go behind. Big German suplex. Kylan might have hit her head on the apron. It's hard to tell. JC now sends her head first into the ring post. JC smells blood here. It's back in the ring at the 7 count. What are we at? Referee has stopped counting. 8. Yep, there we go. Kylan back in the ring. Another series of strikes there from JC. Northern Lights suplex. Doesn't go for the pin, though. He's got the arm now, just kicking at the shoulder. JC Jane staying on. Oh, Kylan to her feet. Dragon screw leg whip. Now a stomp. There's a variation on the camel clutch, driving her knee into the back. JC able to escape. And a big pump kick right on the jaw. That might be enough. 1, 2, 3. It is. JC Jane snaps the streak of upsets. She will now face Kanji later on. Big pump kick right on the jaw. Actually, our third match of the night to end with a variation, with a kick. Syuri and Kanji win their matches earlier. Is this another 3-star? A big win from JC. Gets her first ever victory over Kylan King. No, that was only 2 stars. All right, folks, we have one more big match here before we take our intermission. This match will determine what our main event tonight will be. We know that the winner will face Syuri, the #1 overall seed. But which AEW icon will it be? Excuse me. Stand by first while I set the matchup. Still at that same arena. Same rules. All right. Not a lot of matches where Hikaru Shida is the underdog. Until you consider she's in there with the reigning AEW World Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter. Again, the winner will face Syuri in our main event tonight. I don't know whose music this is, but I like it. What is this? I feel like I should know this, but I don't. It's load times.
Following contest is scheduled for
One fall.
Way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, the Nightmare, Satoru Sayaka.
Well, they didn't even try. Satoru Sayaka. Yeah, let's go indeed. This is a match I have been waiting for since the bracket was announced late last year. Syuri will be awaiting the winner in our main event tonight. Shida, for a while, was the longest reigning women's champion in AEW history. She is one of 17 AEW wrestlers remaining in the tournament. The Shining Samurai. This is the 7th ever meeting between Shida and Hayter. And is Hayter also not getting music? she's not. But here comes the AEW World Women's Champion from Southampton, Hampshire, England. 5'8", 143 pounds. Has been the AEW World Women's Champion since November 19th. 7-year pro. Also one of 17 AEW wrestlers remaining.
From Wolverhampton, England, the Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter.
So this is the second ever singles meeting and the 7th overall between Hayter and Shida. They are 3-3 through those first 6 matches. This is a best of 7 series. This would be for the championship. It is not. The title is not on the line, but both these women would love to move on to our main against Syuri, the number 1 overall seed in our tournament. It annoys me when there's no music, but you know what? Make do with what you got, I guess. It's weird having them come out into silence. By the by, if there are any wrestling promoters out there watching this, I am available. I have graduated from the FXE training wrestling academy. I am. Did I do that right? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here, and it's not going great. Yeah, so I'm a recent graduate of the FXE Wrestling Academy in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Trained under AJ Gallant, Tom Latimer, Camille, Magic Jake Dumas, and of course Jerry freaking Lynn. Jerry Lynn once told me I was good at interviews, so that was, one of the coolest moments of my life. But yeah, I am available. Shoot me an email, dooleybookings@gmail.com, or you can reach out through any of the social media associated with this channel. I am happy to talk with whoever. FXE is preparing for its first show here, hopefully in the next couple of months. Nothing set in stone yet, but it does sound like we have got a venue lined up that is just going to be absolutely killer. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Hayter going for a pin early after an arm wringer. 2. Ooh, that was a long 2 count. Shida might be hurt. That I don't know. She's going right back to the wrist. That was a weird series of noises. Hayter just rubbing it in. Putting Shida to her feet. You got to stay on Hikaru Shida, though. These 2 women being number 64 and 65 is insane to me. I mean, for sure, Hayter's going to be top 10 on the 2023 list. And, I mean, if Shida's any lower than, 40th, there's something wrong with the list. Oh, just a series of just straight punches from Shida. Just pummeling Jamie Hayter. Goes for a quebrada and lands it across the back of Hayter. Not something you see very often. Series of kicks to the shoulder. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. I don't think she even got 2. Nice little dance there by the referee. Doing a little shuffle there. Shida out onto the apron. Nope, up to the top. What's she going for? Oh, Meteora by Hikaru Shida. Now pulling Hayter to her feet. Somersault. This is a standing Dragon Rana. But Hayter able to get a hand under the ropes. Referee calls for the break. Series of right hands and a spinning back fist. Hayter firing off with a chop and then a big backbreaker out of the Oranagi. Crowd giving her an earful here. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Kick out by Shida. Again, our opening match tonight between Liv Morgan and Danny Moe is the highlight of the night so far. But again, this is a match I have been looking forward to for months. On a sheer drop brainbuster by Hayter. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Jamie Hayter is the winner. Number 64 seed. Moves on. And the crowd sort of stunned silence here.
Here
The fact that there's no entrance music is not helping. But Jamie Hayter will be facing Syuri in our main event tonight. When we come back, we're about to take a little 5-minute intermission just to, leg stretch, get more water. It's important to hydrate. Don't Die Miles taught me that. But we are going to have 4 big matches, of course, culminating in Syuri versus Jamie Hayter in our main event. But we will also see Liv Morgan against Natalya, JC Jane against Kanji, and Leila Grey against Piper Niven. All that coming up in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. folks, we are back. We have 4 more matches remaining tonight. 4 spots in the 3rd round of the 150 are on the line. We're going to start things off here with Piper Niven and Leila Grey. Piper Niven, of course, earlier on tonight, upset Princesa Suhi with a Michinoku driver. Leila Grey used a Tiger driver to beat Hyan. Both of those matches were 3 stars and happened earlier on this evening. The winner of this match will face the winner of our main event, Syuri and Jamie Hayter. That match will happen on episode 11 of this show. And here comes Piper to her shitty music. Excuse me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Ayrshire, Scotland, the Superstar.
It really is. It's just such a stupid song. I didn't notice during the Rumble if she had a new theme. I sure hope she does. Oh, I had a moment of uh-oh, but then I remembered Leila Grey. This edit has Stephanie's entrance video. It's got a message from let's see what is, I don't know, I move this is. Again, this is actually, yes. Okay. Nothing important. Hi, Mike. He's asking questions about Action Arcade Wrestling because he knows that I've streamed that a couple times. And here we are. There's Leila Grey. Again, earlier on tonight, she beat Hyan. Both these women pulled off upsets. This is the number 96 and 97 seeds. The winners will be moving on to the round of 32. So that's impressive. There's the bell. Leila comes out swinging. She knows she's overmatched in the size and strength department here. A young woman, only 32 years old is Leila, but she's been learning from some of the best in AEW. She knows she has to stay on the larger opponent early because if you let the 220-pound Piper Niven get going, oh, brutal guillotine leg drop from Leila Grey. Stomps on a kick to the back of the head. Oh, but that may have just pissed Niven off. Except for her feet and knee to the midsection. What's she going for here? Going for a vertical suplex. And what incredible core strength from Leila Grey. Holding the 220-pound Piper Niven up. One-handed into the suplex. And now hooking the leg. 1, 2. And Piper able to kick out. Leila can't believe it. She's staying on her opponent. She's doing the smart thing here, firing down those big right hands. Right across the face of Niven, who looks staggered. Those kicks to the face aren't helping either. Pulling her to her feet now. And just sends her. Oh, I thought she was going to send her to the floor, but Piper was able to grab the top rope and hang on. Oh, but she takes a stunner off the top. And crumbles to the floor. Leila Grey following her out now, much as she did in her match with Hyan earlier. Series of strikes now out on the floor. Oh, but Piper fires back with a knee to the midsection. And then, oh, she's just going to take it back to the ring. She's not going to deal with anything on the floor. And the crowd behind her here. This is a WWE versus AEW showdown. Leila, is she going to send Piper to the floor again? What's she doing here? Picking her up. Oh, she's going to slingshot her off the top rope again. She did that earlier in the match. Got a 2 count out of it. Doesn't go for the pin this time. She's going straight for the Tiger driver. That's how she won her first match. 1, 2, 3, and Leila Grey is your winner. Leila Grey representing AEW's baddies. I thought she won in the first round, so she put both Yan and Piper Niven down with it. So now she's got 8 weeks to recover before she will face the winner of our main event tonight. Big win for Leila Grey as she moves on to the round of 32. Let me get that on this. Again, like I said, too many docs open, too many stats to keep. But oh, that those are loyal watchers. Love it. Drop stats. I know Mike in particular does. Do, 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 do. I love the Hurricane. At first, I was very much against the idea because I really liked Shane Helms in WCW, and I wanted him to be, taken seriously in WWE. But once it became clear that he was going to get more over with that character than he ever would playing a more serious one, as we learned later during his Gregory Helms days, I got over it. But, man, Hurricane was great. Absolutely great. Speaking of great, the winner of this will be facing... This is weird. This chunk of bracket, 3 of the 4 women are representing WWE. Kanji, the only one who does not. So there's a 75% chance. There I am doing... actually, I guess there's a 50-50 chance. And that spells disaster for Samoa Joe at Sacrifice. There's a 50-50 chance that we will have an all WWE matchup in the next round. After Natalya beat Gigi Dolan, she will be facing Liv Morgan later tonight. And if JC Jane wins, then that's then either Liv or Natalya will face JC. We're in Oakhausen now. And here comes Kanji.
The following making her way to the ring from
the Asian says 5-year pro. She beat Jocelyn Navarro in a 2-star match back in episode 1. She beat AZM earlier tonight in another 2-star match. She's not exactly putting on banger after banger after banger after banger in this tournament. Hopefully she will put on her best performance of the tournament against JC Jane. And here she comes, representing the Toxic Attraction. JC Jane earlier tonight beat Kylin King with a pump kick. She probably will be looking at... Oh, that guy's excited. She was able to end the streak of 4 straight upsets that had been going on earlier tonight. We've wound up going... We've kind of righted the ship. I've been won by... So we'll see if JC can continue that, make it 4 wins for the favorite in a row, or if Kanji will continue her improbable run of... as the number 113 seed, having already beaten AZM. We'll see if she can beat JC Jane tonight as well. This is, not surprisingly, the first ever meeting between these 2 women. That's a really good at it. I really like that JC Jane. I didn't catch who made it. I don't like that Kanji, but that's primarily because I made it, and I'm terrible at creating wrestlers. He gets off a quick kick there, going right after the arm of JC, which doesn't make a ton of sense because JC won her first match with a kick. Nice fisherman suplex into the bridge. Well, she didn't hold the bridge, which is weird. That seemed like a no-brainer to hold her in place there. And There's been referee standing in our way, so we can't really tell. Looks like a camel clutch, but it also looks like Jacy Jayne has no body above the waist. Referee really needs to be trained on how to officiate a televised match. Oh, Jacy overpowering Kanji to get out of that. Series of kicks and a chop and a punch and a spinning back fist and a big kick and another, just beating the hell out of Kanji here. That camel clutch seems to have woken her up. I was pulling her to her feet by her braids, but Kanji fires back. Snapmare, then a kick to the spine. More kicks to the downed Jacy Jayne. And the Mr. Perfect Snapmare. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Ooh, that was almost a very quick victory for Kanji. And a double stomp to the midsection. Goes for a kick, but Jacy catches it, turns it into a dragon screw leg whip. Oh, but Kanji rolls her up. Small package 1. 1 count only. Referee a little slow to get to that count, but you know what? He's a referee. It's fine. Pulls Jacy to her feet. A big kick sends her reeling into the corner. Went for a kick in the corner, but Jacy with a standing switch fires off a kick of her own. What's she going for here? Now just slamming her face first into the top turnbuckle. And again. Getting her up on the top rope. What is this? Big snapmare off the top rope. 1, 2. Oh. Kanji barely able to roll a shoulder up. I really thought she had. Oh, there's that pump kick. That's the move she used earlier tonight to beat Kylan King. What's she going for here? Just kind of dancing in the corner. Another big boot. Maybe 2 will do it. 1, 2, 3. And Jacy Jayne is your winner. Valiant effort from Kanji. But the big boot.
Here's your winner, Jacy.
Jacy Jayne will face the winner between Liv Morgan and Natalya coming up in episode 11. Of course, this is episode 3, so we've got a little wait. But once that, after an impressive showing through 2 matches for Jacy Jayne, I'm excited to see her against some more WWE competition in round number 3. What do we got? That's 2.5 stars on that one. Nicely done, Jacy. Her best match of the tournament so far. And all right, we've got 2 matches left. They are both big ones. Of course, there will be a delay because I have to go in and redo the settings every single time. Thanks, 2K. 20 count on the floor. Run-ins off. Health medium. Make it so it's not just chairs and kendo sticks. Why the game doesn't just save this every time, I don't know. But here we go. And again, as I mentioned earlier, actually as in our opening match, we're using a community creation of Liv Morgan because the in-game model of Liv actually has lower stats than Natalya, and I'm trying to keep it so that the higher seed in the tournament has a higher overall. So hence why I downloaded that edit of Liv, which is actually quite good. So we will see who will face Jacy Jayne in episode 11. Here comes Natalya, who earlier on tonight got Gigi Dolan to submit to the sharpshooter. You can bet Jacy is kind of hoping Natty wins this match. I don't want to talk over the ring announcer. You can bet JC's hoping Natalya wins this match because she would love to avenge her tag partner's loss by beating Natalya. But you also have to think she's probably also just rooting for Natalya to lose. So I feel like JC's going to be happy no matter which way this goes. And why shouldn't she be? She has advanced to the round of 32. All right. See, I've never understood this theme for Liv. This part isn't so bad, but the creepy music box music at the start doesn't fit Liv's character like at all, does it? Like it would be a better fit for like, you know, Firefly Funhouse Alexa Bliss. It doesn't. I don't know. I mean, I know she's got a little, you know, nutsy thing going, but she's not like a horror movie character, which is what this music sounds like to me. But, oh well. I always think that when I hear that music. Here we go. Natalya and Liv Morgan. Second round action here in the 150. The winner will move on to the round of 32. Rear chin lock. Both the rounds of 32 and 16 will take place on episodes 11 and 12. And then on our finale, which will be WrestleMania weekend, we will have the quarterfinals, semifinals, and championship match. That same night, we will also have the semifinals and finals of the 100, which is a tag team tournament we will be starting shortly, as well as the first ever defense of the World Simuladies Championship, as Royce Chambers will face the winner of a Royal Rumble, which will happen earlier on in that episode, as the top 29 wrestlers from the 2022 PWI 500 who were not on the list in 2021, thus were not in the 500 tournament to crown the first champion, will all be in that Rumble, as will Masaaki Mochizuki, who was on both lists and is the only wrestler other than Royce Chambers, who won the tournament, to not be eliminated from the tournament, to never be beaten in the tournament. He went to a time limit draw, or not a time limit draw, a double count out, my apologies, with Miro. He went to a time limit or a double count out with Miro, which then turned into a triple threat match with the two of them, and I don't remember who the other guy was, that Miro won by pinning the other guy. So Mochizuki was never beaten. So he has been guaranteed the number 30 entrant in that Rumble. He has the best odds of facing Royce Chambers, but that Rumble is also going to include guys like CM Punk and Edge and a bunch of guys that were not in the 2021 list. Natalya squatting Liv, Braun Breaker, Speedball Mike Bailey, Malachi Black, Christian Cage, Austin Theory, lots of guys will be in that Royal Rumble that will be very stiff competition. Natalya now rolls over. Sort of a variation on the on a surfboard stretch there. She's got her feet hooked under the knees of Liv, so Liv's knees are being turned in while also pulling on the arms, sort of compressing Liv Morgan's spine there. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is enough. Natalya pulling off her second upset of the night. She beat Gigi Dolan earlier. She's now beaten Liv Morgan. So Natalya, the number 81 seed. Another 2-star match. Or that was a 2-star. She had a 3-star match her first time out. Liv Morgan's first match was a 4-star. So, you know, averages out to a 3. And, you know, to quote the legendary, the Hall of Famer, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. Or at least it will be once I go through all of this. All right. There's the match set up. And now, here we go. Guys, I am so excited for this main event. This has match of the night written all over it. Shoot. There we go. Jamie Hayter and Syuri. Winner will face Leila Grey coming up in episode 11. I missed this theme. I like Gunther's new theme, but the original Imperium theme is always going to be one of my favorites. It's just so epic. Dun, 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 dun. So freaking good. So this is the first ever meeting between these two women, whereas if Shida had won, this would be the 84th meeting between Shida and Syuri. Instead, we get a first time ever encounter. Here comes... There she is. Jamie Hayter. We saw her earlier on tonight. Beat Hikaru Shida with that Uranagi backbreaker. No video, no music. Just, I would say awkward silence, but the crowd's popping pretty hard.
Is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Wolverhampton, England, the Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter.
Yep. Jamie Hayter making her way to the ring. At Dre41 Gaming apparently was the one who created this this edit of Jamie Hayter, which is great. Looks great, but there's no music or video, and that will just kind of always bug me. Go to all that work on getting the attire right, and even like the highlights in her hair, which you have to do manually in 2K, but didn't bother to put any entrance music or video. Oh well. But she's got a steep test ahead of her, as she now must face the number 1 overall seed and the overall odds-on favorite to win the whole thing.
From Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan, the World Superstars Champion,
Syuri earlier on tonight took Debbie Keitel's head off with a buzzsaw kick. She'll be looking to do the same here against Jamie Hayter in our main event. The winner will join Leila Grey, JC Jane, and Natalya as being the 4th woman to stake a claim in the round of 32. Or over the course of the next 8 episodes of the 150, we will be filling in those other slots, or I guess 7 more, because this is the last match tonight. 7 more episodes, 4 slots each. We will wind up with 32 total going into episodes 11 and 12. And there's the bell, and we're underway. Series of kicks here from Syuri early on, softening up her opponent. Got her by the hair, setting her up against the top rope. And a big chop. Now stretching her knee across the middle rope. The referee didn't ask her to break that, but she did it herself. Big headbutt from Hayter stops the momentum. Pulling Syuri to her feet and just beels her across the ring. Hayter showing off her strength advantage, but Syuri right back to her feet. Arm wringer. Flips her over. and then kicks her in the back, and then a couple times in the chest. Stomp on the back. Wound up for a big right hand, but Hayter slipped in and turned it into a Falcon Arrow. She hit her with the deal. Stomp to the chest and a drop kick to the back of the head. Syuri is down. Hayter now pulling her to her feet. This is our main event here on episode 3 of the 150. The winner of this match moves on to showdown with Leila Grey coming up on episode 11. That'll be a third round match. Of course, like tonight, they'll have to win 2 matches that night. A quick cover here by Hayter, but Syuri able to kick out much too early in this match. And not just rubbing her face against the mat. Rug burn on the face of the number 1 overall seed, Syuri. And I try to hyperextend that shoulder. Hayter off the ropes. Went for a running leg drop, but Syuri moved. Syuri now firing off with a big kick and a knee to the side of the head. Syuri is firm, taking control, going for the pin. 1 count only. Karate Girl needs to stay on top of Hayter, though. Ooh, taunting your opponent, probably not a great look for Syuri right now. She needs to stay on Hayter here. Big time snapmare into a dragon sleeper. I'm going to try to put her to sleep. She calls that move gracias. She's going to try to get Hayter to go to sleep. Has to release it. That is not a natural position for your body to be in when you've got someone in that hold. So not really surprising Syuri had to let go when it became clear Hayter was not going to give up. Choke slam into a backbreaker by Hayter. And there's that Uranagi backbreaker. That's how she won her first round match. 2. And it's how she wins her second round match. The number overall seed, Syuri, is out in round number 2. Jamie Hayter picks up the big win. 2 wins using that Uranagi backbreaker for Hayter. The crowd is stunned. Of course, the fact there's no music also doesn't help. The fact that it sounds like stunned silence. But a huge win for Jamie Hayter here in our main event. She moves on to face Leila Grey. We also know JC Jane will face Natalya. Those matches will be happening coming up on episode 11 when we kick off round 3. So tonight's results: Leila Grey, JC Jane, Natalya, and Jamie Hayter moving on. Danny Moe, Debbie Keitel, AZM, Princesa Suhi, Hian, Gigi Dolan, Kylan King, Hikaru Shida, Piper Niven, Kanji, Liv Morgan, and Syuri are all out. 12 women eliminated. We still have, what does that leave us with? We had 128 when the night started, so 116 wrestlers remaining here in the 150. We will be knocking them out as we go. Those of you that follow us on social media saw I posted a tentative upcoming schedule. Our next stream is scheduled for this Sunday. That's February 5th, where the 150 will continue. We will see, let me pull that up. We will see Starlight Kid against Shotzi, Charlotte Flair against Jody Threat, Alex Windsor against Nanae Takahashi, Tony Storm against Lady Shani, Suzu Suzuki against Dana Brooke, Julia against Sandra Moon, Willow Nightingale versus Miranda Alizé, and Savannah Evans against Laura DiMatteo. It'll be the same situation we had with tonight, where the 8 winners of those 8 matches will then face off in 4 more matches. Only 4 of those 16 women will advance to episode 11 to fill in the other chunk of that part of the bracket. Obviously, the favorites to advance: Flair, Starlight Kid, Windsor, and Storm. But as we learned tonight, nothing is set in stone, as the 4 favorites tonight, Syuri, Princesa Suhi, AZM, and Hyun all knocked out of the tournament instead of the 1, 16, 32, and 33 seeds all advancing. Instead, we have 49, 64, 81, and 96. Anything can happen in these tournaments, as we learned in the 500, and the 150 is proving to be no different. Folks, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much to those of you that joined me. I know the chat was a little quiet tonight. It's all right. It's a Tuesday. Everybody's still kind of settling into the work week, but I do appreciate you coming out to join me. Keep an eye on our social media for confirmation on upcoming streams, more information about the 100, which will be our tag team tournament that I'm hoping to kick off in this time slot next Tuesday, the 7th, possibly even an hour earlier. I had an errand I had to run before I could stream tonight, which is why we started at 8 Central instead of our usual 7 o'clock. But aside from that, once again, thanks so much for watching. Those of you that have been asking about the Academy, which is the FXE Wrestling Academy's weekly YouTube show, the Academy is back on the FXE YouTube channel this Sunday, noon Central Time. Be sure to check that out. Always a good time. Lots of interesting stuff happening at the Academy as we gear up for our first show. It's the kickoff of season 2 of the Academy. Some new segments, all kinds of cool stuff happening. It's an exciting time to be a wrestling fan in general, but an FXE fan and a yours truly, Pat Dooley fan in particular. So once again, thanks so much for watching. I'll let you guys have these last 13 minutes back. Man, that was about the most corporate thing I could possibly say. I promise I'm better than that. I'm just so very tired. Folks, I will see you Sunday for more of the 150. Have a great week.